Hello, everyone. Welcome to GT Time. I'm your moderator, Kyle Bossman, and joining us, as always, is our uniquely talented and knowledgeable panel, including Brandon Jones.
Hello.
Sitting in for Daniel Bloodworth is Ian Hink.
Hi.
And Michael Damiani.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
It worked. Ian, why are you here today?
You wanted the anti-blood.
Yeah. Bloodworth is off on location.
Bad blood, the dark blood.
Bad blood.
Blood is he's looking at some games in various parts of this nation, and so
Where is he actually?
Lots of traveling.
Like,
I feel
in
it's
the
San
world.
Francisco.
We'd
I
have
feel
to
like-
kill you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It feels like parts of the nation.
Yeah.
Feels like it sometimes.
Like a
And
politician.
so,
It's like one of the good parts.
Ian, you've never been on GT Time before.
Correct, but I've shot most of them.
Yeah, I feel like you've shot the majority at this point.
Spoiler alert, I might be on an upcoming episode of Mandatory Update, so there's whole...
Synergy.
Music. Clark, this is more of a clarification. Michael Damiani, last week was a little, I guess, he assumed that most of the games shown at Sony's pre-TGS press conference were Dynasty Warriors. So much so that, like, we named the episode Everything Was Dynasty Warriors, sort of in jest. But I think you went as far to say it was like 20%. It was not even that. We had a really fun commenter named Leon T, who went through each of the 44 games that were announced and said which of those games were, and it was like 4 tops Dynasty Warriors-esque games.
Not announced, but shown.
Yeah.
44 games weren't announced. That would be amazing if 44 games got announced. But
Right,
the games
right,
that were front and center.
Displayed.
Yeah.
Right.
It was all Dynasty Warriors and anime.
So, Damiani,
Addendum.
the audience will all accept your apology now.
But it was all Dynasty Warriors.
And corrections.
We tried.
Yeah, we tried. I'm not sure it'll ever happen. But that was really cool.
Crazy.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's a production angle. For those who are listening, the thing that was driving Ian crazy was a tucked-in cord of my hoodie. What do you call these?
String?
Toggle? No.
Pull your string.
There's a drawstring.
Drawstring.
These are drawstrings. Okay.
I knew there was a word for it, and it turned out to be the most obvious one.
I don't know if that's obvious.
It is what it is. Drawstring.
Are we wearing the same hoodie today?
No.
We
I
both
knew this
wore
was
it. Oh,
gonna happen.
that sucks.
I knew this
that
was
sucks.
gonna happen.
So, again, for people listening, Damiani and I are both wearing our Defy Media hoodies.
Hey, the live stream when we got the hoodies, everyone on the live stream was wearing it.
Yeah.
4 people had to.
Because that's the thing, is
Mine's in my car if we want to stop for a couple
Mine's at my
seconds.
desk. I could go grab it.
It's a
Don
nice
didn't
hoodie.
Full disclosure, we are sponsored by Defy.
We're not
Full disclosure.
No, that's not full disclosure. You can't do that.
Is your mug cracked already?
Yes.
Yeah, I dropped it on my floor.
God.
I'm getting a new one.
Yeah.
Looks like the Atari logo, though. the
It
crack.
does. It
does.
actually,
Oh, yeah, let me see.
it's really unique cracks.
Wow.
Somehow,
Scotch tape and
Holy
everything.
crap, that's
That,
pretty
like,
cool.
really
It looks like
happened.
a spaceship.
once more for people listening, somehow Brandon's mug has cracked in two like curved angles.
Like a teepee.
I don't know how it stays together.
It's like the founder's seal from Destiny that I don't understand why I have.
I think you
Wow.
just start. I think your seals start off random.
I don't.
So
think
too bad there wasn't any news this week.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about news. We've covered all our business.
We ended our music or locked in our whatevers,
Yeah.
right?
We did. Yep.
Okay.
The locked-ins happens way later, but thanks for reminding me about those. So big news this week. A juicy rumor that Microsoft is interested in buying Mojang, and they're in talks that this is most likely going to happen. How do we feel about that? Ian shakes his head.
Shocked.
Shocked
This is
even.
weird. It flies in the face of everything that Mojang stands for.
Right. Yeah.
Independence.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Didn't they like not let Facebook buy them a while ago or whatever? And like whatever. I'm like Marcus Persson is like possessed by demons or something. I don't know what's going on.
But this
Well-
isn't confirmed, right?
This is not
Rumor.
confirmed.
Who started
no.
this rumor? we know?
Wall Street Journal started this rumor.
Oh, then it's not true.
Yeah, so that seems legitimate, but also, I mean, we saw that Google was buying Twitch from Wall Street Journal. You know what I mean? Like, we see things like this come and go. Deals don't always go through. But very interesting that's even gotten this far, I think. Again, because Ian says, like, what Mojang's about. Bloomberg wrote some sort of report this week talking about Notch, Marcus Persson. He would probably leave if this got sold.
Yeah.
So maybe he just wants a bunch of money right now, and then he can just go make games for cheap again.
That part of it does make it seem a little more legitimate to me because when he like stepped away from Minecraft and let Jeb or whatever kind of take control of it, it really seemed like, I don't know if this is true, I'm not him, but like it seemed like he was like, okay, I did that. Now I can do other things, like something else. Not that he was sick of it, but just like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
And
So
he's
like,
been working on it for a really long
Yeah.
time. That was a
And
big
so,
project
like,
that he added a
yeah.
lot of stuff to that had a more consistent development cycle if you think about a game actually developing over time, not just before launch.
From
but,
where
like,
it started to where
from the
it's-
moment
yeah.
we first got to get our hands on it to now, it's almost unrecognizable. It's a good time to step away
Yeah.
from a project
And, like,
and think of something else.
he seems like the kind of guy, like, he's like, I have enough money now. Like, I read something the other day that I don't know if it was an Aphex Twin record or a John Lennon record, but yeah, I think it was Aphex Twin, that he won an auction on eBay for an Aphex Twin record for like $47,000. And I was just like, okay, you're kind of just doing whatever you want at this point, aren't you?
How did people know it was
Sounds great.
him who won the auction?
I don't know.
Maybe he tweeted.
I mean, he always
yeah.
donates like $5,000 to Humble Bundle and stuff too. So like, he just seems like a guy who didn't expect to have a lot of money, who now does, and he's like, I'm set for life. I can take it.
Yeah,
They make like $26 a second.
Minecraft.
Mojang, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like ridiculous.
Because that's my second question: is there anything to Mojang beyond Minecraft? Right? Is this really just Microsoft buying Minecraft?
Is there other games still in beta, or did that launch?
Scrolls or whatever.
Yeah, where you like make your own hard drive
Yeah.
or operating system and like fly around space.
No, that one got canceled.
Oh,
he was
alright.
working on that one.
I'm all
It got
caught up to
canceled.
date.
That one's like
called,
10 to the C. It's really hard to say out
yeah,
loud.
Some weird thing. That one he canceled it because he was like, it's not going to be as good as Minecraft, effectively, I guess, probably.
Yeah.
But like the other one, Scrolls, yeah, I think that
It's still in beta.
it exists.
Yeah.
It's playable, but
Or
I don't know
it
if
may
it's
have
out.
launched.
Yeah, I'm not. It's
They're still
unclear.
adding stuff to it.
Yeah.
Scrolls still exists.
Yeah,
But
It's,
that's a Mojang joint, so if they
Yeah.
Microsoft bought in, they would
they would get
own
that
that as
too,
well.
theoretically.
yeah. I mean, Scrolls got rocked though.
Yeah,
Like nobody wants to play Scrolls.
yeah. I was feeling like Hearthstone kind of.
Just squashed it.
It's just like, yeah, Scrolls is not a thing.
And so yeah, to me, like when you get the name Mojang, it's just like, oh yeah, we want Minecraft. I think
Yeah.
that's what the purchase is.
Yeah.
And so
And Minecraft has been really good to Microsoft.
Yeah.
very true. In
I
terms
wonder
of
if the
just
Minecraft movie is still happening. Like there were rumors about Warner Brothers making a Minecraft movie.
Uh-huh.
It's apparently live action. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like the Simpsons episode where like
Yeah.
they all come out of the room.
And I don't know if any of that is true, but I was just like, I read about that a few months ago, and I was like, what?
how could you don't do it? Don't make it live action. Unless it's like live action people and everything's still squares.
Yeah. Or it's like, well, I had ideas about it, but
What are your ideas? We have
No,
time.
no,
It's
no.
GT time.
You
Oh,
had
well,
creative
yeah.
Minecraft ideas?
yeah. Well, because it's like, if it's real to them, no, it's two seedlings. I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to steal my.
Oh, you had.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting. So Ian's pocketing that idea because it may become something someday. Damiani, could you ever see a case where Minecraft is exclusive to Microsoft platforms?
Ooh. I mean, yeah, if Microsoft's buying it, they're gonna definitely do that. But the only thing is, I still think they would want it on PC. It would be exclusive to Microsoft consoles and then probably PC. I think they'll allow it to still be on PC, whatever they do with it going forward. If this does happen, they just don't want it to be like on PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, or anything else, or even other like mobile devices. Be like, no, keep it off mobile devices. Just like on Microsoft's like, was it Table or Surface? Sorry, like that stuff.
Surface.
Yeah, they just want it on Surface. Like, nope, can't be on any other
Microsoft Table.
mobile. No, I don't follow like
so
Microsoft stuff.
yeah, I don't either. But what other Microsoft game right now is released simultaneously on PC?
I mean, that has been on like their systems.
No, like
But-
that Microsoft owns. That's
I mean,
the
they
scary
used to-
thing.
I mean, they used to do it with Halo. I mean,
They don't anymore,
do it
right?
Anymore. Destiny, everyone's like, oh, where's the PC version?
Right. That's what I
But
guess
that-
that's what's scary to me is I
Sorry,
could
not
see
Destiny,
Microsoft.
no, what was the last one? Halo 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
That never came out on.
Halo 3 hasn't come out on PC
Yeah,
yet,
Halo
I
3.
think.
I'm trying to remember.
So, like,
the last one was Reach. Was the last one?
I'm not sure, dude.
I don't know which was the last one that came out on PC.
So I think Halo 2 is the last Halo game to come out on PC.
But I mean, that's something. I mean, that's because they want people to buy the consoles and stuff.
Exactly.
But I think they understand that Minecraft is so ingrained in internet culture and in the PC culture that they would not. There would be too much backlash from trying to like rip that in. Like the roots go too deep. So ripping that out would be
disagree.
No.
I totally
No.
disagree. They did the same thing with Halo. They're like, Halo had a huge community on PC.
Never to the extent of Minecraft. Halo was huge, but like Minecraft is way bigger than Halo ever was. Yes.
But it's totally more advantageous for them to keep it exclusive to their console.
Audience. Like Minecraft is like very mainstream, very widespread. Like
so Halo isn't mainstream and widespread?
to us, but like to like that's mainstream. But Minecraft, I mean, Minecraft's on a different level. Like it's like comparing like League of Legends to I don't know like
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, or no, like any other like regular like MOBA or something that's not League of Legends or Dota 2 that you've never heard of. Like there's like totally different. Like, even like games we think are popular, like even like something like Zelda is still really popular. But at this point in time, I would say like League of Legends blows away Zelda by like a lot in terms of popularity. Like something you think is popular within your circle it's a big deal. But then when you look like outside your circle, other people are talking about everywhere that kind of like should tell you like, oh man, this game's kind of like huge. It might be a little out of touch. I think Minecraft is like that compared to Halo. Halo at one point, yes, because Minecraft didn't exist, of course, and it was like huge. Still is pretty popular. But Minecraft, I don't think there's any comparison. Like I think Minecraft
It's
is
way
like,
more accessible.
Minecraft is like WoW, League of Legends
Minecraft
level.
is every age group plays Minecraft.
Yeah, it goes beyond like our enthusiast gaming like circle essentially.
I think Microsoft would be insane if they took it off.
Yeah,
anything.
like
PlayStation phones. If they took it off anything, everyone would be like, "Oh, Microsoft is evil and crazy." And when the
They get
Xbox
that a lot,
fails and there's no Xbox 2, like it'll make sense. Like if Microsoft, because like if Microsoft keeps it on everything, that's just money for them. Like PlayStation users are then giving Microsoft money.
Yeah.
It's like how every Xbox One that's sold gives Sony money because of the Blu-ray drive. It'd be like reciprocity.
Software-wise, though, that would be unprecedented. I don't think that's ever happened.
the other thing is, I mean, okay, maybe, but like the other thing is this stuff's already out though. They're not gonna take it away when it's already out there for so long. New stuff they might retool their strategy for that.
So okay,
it'll have an exclusive window.
Yeah, like if they make a Minecraft 2 or something,
or you were talking about, there's a huge focus on TV. We got the Halo TV coming. We got Quantum Break. There's lots of synergy. Like Xbox One, when we first heard about it, was a big TV push. So like maybe there is some animated series or live action thing that they're tooling around.
Minecraft
Microsoft's
channel.
like, we want to do it. We want to produce
absolutely,
it.
you're right. If they're gonna do Halo channel, they definitely want Minecraft channel.
Yes,
you're 100% right about that.
Or even just a factor into like controlling all the creative content. So like the official new maps that are released all come through us, or if you're making a Minecraft show, now all of that goes through Microsoft instead of going other places. It doesn't just have to be the game. It's like whatever new stuff they have in mind for the brand.
Because this leads into the last thing I want to talk about. This is where can Minecraft go? Is it Minecraft 2? Is there still left? Are there still things to mine from Minecraft? Not even intentional. Honestly, not even. I did not write that down. That was just a stupid thing that came out of my mouth.
I mean, the next step theoretically would be movies, TV shows, like branded content like that. Because the game is so weird and amorphous that it just keeps going. Like the idea of a Minecraft 2 to me is very weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like Minecraft. Every time there's an update, it's not a Minecraft. It's not a 2 sort of game. It's this game just keeps going, and like Minecraft 2 could just be like a graphics bump, like an option in the options tab where it's just like put on the new graphics thing where the water looks good and has shaders that work. There shouldn't be a Minecraft 2 because it would ruin it, because it would bifurcate the community. And it's like, well, let's play Minecraft. Okay, are you going to play Minecraft 1 or Minecraft 2? And like, they don't talk to each other because otherwise what's the point of having a 2?
And if it ain't broke, you were saying how much money they make.
Right.
Like
and it's
the
just
system's
like,
kind of proven itself.
The only way to go from here is down.
Right.
Plateau?
I mean,
if Microsoft buys Minecraft, I don't see it pushing more units.
yeah, and also, I mean, like, the software sales have been crazy. I don't see Minecraft 2 doing that same software sales. You know, I don't see them doing that again, repeating it. And so it is a weird purchase.
Especially if it's Microsoft doing it, not Mojang doing it.
Right.
Because then it'll feel corporate.
Somehow it will. I definitely think it will. Even if it
could
even
be
if
great.
Yeah, exactly. Even if it was the same thing, whatever Mojang is doing, it'll be our perception of like when Twitch started like checking on like using music in videos. We're like, oh, this is what Google's doing. You know what I mean? It wasn't at all.
Yeah.
It'll be like that.
People,
even if.
perception will change.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Mojang. Good luck with the sale.
Could be awesome. Who knows? I mean, maybe Microsoft has crazy good ideas for it that'll push it to new places that we can't even think about right now.
Maybe they're also not buying it.
Yeah.
Maybe they're also not buying it.
Which would make the most sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like, it does for Microsoft, but not for Mojang. Unless Mojang is like, we're tired of doing this. We all just want to live on a yacht for the rest of our lives. Then I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
you
and
won.
I think
You won.
honestly, I think they want to like make other small games.
Right.
Like
Start
it's just
over.
let's stop making these huge games with huge expectations. Let's just go back to making weird small games again.
That is a good point, because I think that's what happened with Notch's space game, is he realized, like, he had that moment where he looked at his game and he was like, it's not going to live up.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Minecraft again. I can't. And, like, that's a lot of pressure. So maybe, sell Mojang, let them have that cross to bear.
Yeah.
We can start Jangmo or whatever, like some kind of other company.
It should absolutely be Jangmo.
And then do some other thing that no one expects.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to succeed.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe there's something to that.
I hope so. $2 billion, by the way. I didn't bring that up. That was the rumored.
Which is bonkers. That's
Not
a lot.
enough.
More than Twitch.
More than Twitch.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mojang costs more than Twitch.
I think it's low.
Really?
So, that's
It's an insane amount of money, but I'm like,
Amazon will
Buy
swoop
the
in.
last
Microsoft will be so mad. Speaking of big money, Destiny launched earlier this week.
Did it?
Yes.
never heard of it.
This is a game published by Activision. Made $500 million in its first day.
Shipped.
Right. Well, shipped is money that Activision gets. They don't care.
guess-
They
I
don't
guess
care
that's
if we
true.
buy it or not.
Or
They
Best
just
Buy
care
buys
if
it.
Target buys it. Yeah, exactly. That game made $500 million day one. That, to them, is the most successful new video game franchise launch of all time, according to their own press release.
Take that Titanfall.
Yeah.
Ouch! What?
That's probably what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Kicking
mean,
a dead horse at that point.
yeah. Shoot, I guess a year ago we thought maybe Destiny and Titanfall, they'll be clashing head to head. Now they seem like totally different games and totally different stories. Definitely.
That's funny, because I think a year ago the vibe was that like Titanfall was going to be like the giant, and people were like, I'm not so sure about Destiny, like what they're showing. I don't know. It seems like it's not going to pan out. Wasn't what I hoped for. I was expecting Destiny to be No Man's Sky, but it's not that. So
Certainly
I'm
isn't that.
disappointed. Now it's like, it's sold made $500 million.
Yeah.
And Titanfall's like, what's up, guys? We might make Titanfall 2, but it won't be Xbox exclusive. We need more sales.
I don't like the voice you give them. What's up, guys? We did the best we could. Anyway, okay, so hold on. 500 million is a really funny number because earlier Bobby Kotick had said that the budget, he didn't say budget, he said they're going to spend $500 million developing and promoting that game. And so that became the budget. You know what I mean? That became the number we all throw around. Just like, let's see what Activision's doing with $500 million.
Well, it was also a way for, we talk about Wall Street Journal or like Newsweek. It was a way for them to report the story about,
Right.
like, oh, wait, we can talk about that. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's more than that James Cameron spent, isn't it? Well, let's
Yeah,
get on
yeah,
that,
But isn't that over the course of 10 years?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So it's like, that's hardly anything. Like,
He-
what does Blizzard spend on World of Warcraft upkeeping since inception?
An insane amount of number that I
Probably
can't
more
even
than that.
fathom. Yeah. But I think it's exactly it. I think they want those
And that's been
numbers
10
for.
years
Yeah.
since World of Warcraft after this year.
So
It's
it's
the
like
10th year.
that-
10th
Yeah.
anniversary.
500 million never actually sounded that high to me.
Yeah.
Because like a blockbuster movie costs 250 million, and this is a blockbuster video game that they want to support for 10 years.
Right.
That's nothing. What are they adding every year?
I know. I think it's all stupid. I think it's nowhere close to 500 million. I think it was a
Yeah.
weird, stupid Bobby Kotick guess. But that became the number. That became like what we look at. And now they can come out and say, hey, we made $500 million in one day.
Right.
I think it's very intentional. You know what I mean? I also think they didn't make $500 million specifically in one day.
Probably like 483 million.
yeah, or
Like
more
anywhere
than
it got
that.
close to rounding up,
Yeah.
they were just like, "Is it now? Do we hit the button?" And then
400
they sent out that
401
500
million?
million.
500.
Exactly. They wanted to hit 500 so bad, I think.
That press release was preloaded for sure.
The
They were
funny-
just waiting.
The funniest thing to me about this kind of stuff is this is no reflection almost at all on the quality of the game.
Yeah, they're two
It's
separate things.
it's all pre-order, it's all day one purchase, there's no word of mouth yet.
Right.
There's hype. There's so much hype. This is $500 million of hype money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when I saw this thing, I was like, yeah, of course it did.
The skill
game's
at
gonna
building
make
an
billions of
install
dollars.
base is almost like its own
You're right.
thing now.
Like,
Yeah.
their
It's like,
marketing
yeah.
team made a great game.
Yeah.
There's the craft of making the actual game and the craft of making the actual
Right.
like theme or
Right.
excitement
And
surrounding
then
the game.
making
It's its
people
own thing.
believe it.
It absolutely is. Oh my
its own
gosh.
talent.
Their marketing team made a great game is a really
Yeah.
good quote. Wow. Because basically, the other thing I wanted to talk about this is that like Watch Dogs previously was the most successful new IP.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
according to their own press release.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. And so, I mean, my question is, do you think that something will usurp Destiny within the next 2 years? Like Watch Dogs had it for a few months. I mean, more like 5 months. But, are we just in this phase where it's like with movies, it's like with box office, where it's just like they're beating records every single summer with like
But they're not, though.
what's going on?
If you adjust for inflation, Gone with the Wind blows the hell out of everything still.
So are we adjusting for inflation with video game numbers is what I mean. Like are these games really more successful, these launches? Are they honestly more successful than those in the past?
I think digital has a lot to do with it. The fact that we could download Watch Dogs and download Titanfall and download this game day one. So you get those people at the very last minute that, their friends are like, oh my God, Destiny's fun. You're like, oh, all right, fine, I'll buy it. And you could just buy it right now. Don't have to go to a store. I can buy it on my app, and like it's
Yeah.
ready for me when I get home.
Yeah.
So I think that's gotta push that number up compared to last gen where it was like, no, you had to wait for that pre-order to come in. If you could, it was much easier to hold off and then like not play the game for like maybe a couple weeks. It's just like I just didn't think about that, and then I was on vacation, and then
Yeah, I mean,
digital download is the 3D movie tickets of the
exactly.
video game world.
Yeah. Where 3D
Well,
boosted box office
Yeah.
kind of falsely. Yeah, I mean, digital download. Activision makes more money from those.
Yeah.
They don't have to print a box. They don't have to
Middleman.
send a truck out anywhere. So yeah, that does like increase their sales. And they did the thing where you could pre-install it, so you could be playing it at midnight instead of being waiting in line at midnight. That's insane.
That was a big sales point. Like I
Yeah.
canceled my Amazon pre-order and pre-ordered it on PSN for that.
Because most of us are willing to stay up till midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of us want to play it that night instead of like play it that day. And so
course.
yeah, I think it's totally
especially for something like Destiny with like levels and like it's massively multiplayer, so you want everybody
friends
in there
lists.
at the same time.
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
not just like Last of Us where like we're gonna come in and like there's spoilers and stuff. It's like, no, you missed out. I literally had 3 full hours of entertainment with other people that we can now talk about
Yep.
around the water cooler, and you're like, oh, we're we playing it tonight? It's like you were saying, you're like,
Yeah.
we're not playing tonight because I can't play.
It's too stressful.
So
I can't
Destiny's
play
not
tonight.
happening.
I can't play tonight, and I'm like horrified
That everyone's gonna out-level
my
you?
friend groups are gonna I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna get on tonight at 11. Everyone's gonna be level 17, and I'm back here at 12, and I'm like.
Well, I was jealous of like low-level people because I signed on last night and everybody was like in their like early teens or something, and I'm like 22, like
Yeah.
I got nobody to play
I said to
with.
Huber last night, I'm like, come play and beat the game for us so that we can just power level.
Did he do it?
No, he left his PS4 here for some reason.
Oh, okay. Probably because he was live streaming.
Crazy person.
Yeah. So Damiani, do you see this happening again? Does it take $500 million to launch a new IP, or can you see another IP taking this title away?
What is the old saying? It takes money to
You gotta
spend money to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Activision likes to spend money.
Yeah, they do. Well, and they make money.
It's a gamble. You got to put more into, you get more back. So somebody's gonna see this and be like, so this laid the foundation. Every time you have a bigger success like this, it lays the foundation for someone to go bigger, to shoot, for bigger. And there's always gonna be businessmen who are like, there's more money to be had. If this worked, let's shoot for bigger next time. We can make more money. Like instead of $500 million, I want that $1 billion like new IP in one day sales. Like, let's hit that marker. It's also like a mental thing, I think. Like, competitive business people are gonna be like, I want to be the first person to make $1 billion in a video game.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
But
they have their own leaderboards.
That, like, it justifies for someone who's like dreams big. It's like, I want to do like the next Destiny, but I want it to be like bigger than this, like a huge new IP. Like, it doesn't have to be like prove yourself. Then we'll give you more money for the sequel. I mean, they're probably, if they ever do make a Destiny 2, which who knows, they said they're going to support for 10 years.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, so in 2020 something, when Destiny 2 comes out,
Oh no! Support the franchise for 10 years.
Which I didn't really
Destiny
think
2,
about. Which I didn't think about until I thought
the
about
point
it.
is,
we're getting Destiny 2 in 2 years.
Instead of like having to prove yourself with like a low budget first episode of a show, first movie installment, first game, it's like, let's go all in this and like make a shit ton of money right now, and then we don't have to worry about the sequels. We made so much money, and then like next person comes along like, all right, well, Destiny did this whole. I want to make the next big,
MOBA
fighting game. Like, they've always been like low sellers, but I'm gonna make the one that's gonna be like $1 billion in a day. Like, it's gonna destroy Smash Brothers and hype, and it's gonna be like more popular than like Street Fighter for the longevity and stuff. Like, I want to make I'm gonna prove we can do this, but I need like $700 million to do this.
Here's the thing, that is impossible. If anyone came to me, even with like just the most amazing vision, I would say no. With a fighting game, you can't do that.
Right.
How would you spend that
dip
much
in popularity.
money?
Yeah.
Sorry. Are you done?
I mean,
Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
No,
Can't you see that you're in love with each other?
Go to Blizzard. Be like, all right, we're making like the next big like MMO. Screw all these casuals who are telling us MMOs are like dying and stuff. WoW's numbers are declining and like Titan's taking forever. You know what? That's it. We're doing it. We're $1 billion right now.
You know what?
New
If
IP
anything,
from Blizzard.
I bet Blizzard's next MMO.
Blizzard new IP are like, what's up, Destiny?
Yeah.
What's up?
And that's kind of just to play devil's advocate and say that like, no, this won't happen next year. It really is the special sauce of like, you have Bungie, which took like a huge break from Halo 3 was the last game that they made before this, right?
No, they did Reach.
They did Reach.
Yeah.
So you have since Reach. I mean, even Reach, like that was a long time ago. So you have that anticipation building. You have this great, established audience of people that are so loyal that are just like, I'm buying this. It doesn't matter. Like, you can spend however much you want on the advertising budget. I'm still buying this game. Plus the fact that it's a shooter. Plus the fact that it's a gorgeous new 8th gen game. Plus the fact that it's online with the digital download and everything. Like, there's so many elements of it being such a sell, being like the initial pitch for this meeting must have taken 5 seconds of just like, yes, I will spend $500 million on that. It's like you're checking every single box of like
they did
your
Cameron.
concerns about like, well, we naturally have this fear. Like, there's no fear here. Like, there's so many cushions to land on of potential success. Where Blizzard is the only thing I could think that would match that. It's almost the same thing. Where it's like, you've seen what we've done before. We had this huge property that we're so successful and badass we can just walk away from and be like, World of Warcraft. That's so last, decade, and do this whole brand new project and have some crazy cool idea, have it be massively multiplayer, have it be PC focused, which is the difference between this and a console thing. But
the pitch meeting was definitely just Bungie guy walked in, wrote Destiny on the whiteboard, but the S was a money sign, dollar sign, and then they're just like,
Because, like, actually, I think the story goes, it's not, like, confirmed. The story goes, let's just pretend it's not even real, but that Bungie wanted to do this back when they were working on Halo games, back when they were working on ODST and Reach. Like, they wanted to do Destiny, and Microsoft's like, no, make more Halo games. Those make us money. And I think that was the reason they felt constrained and wanted to leave and just like, no, you have Halo. Kind of a Mojang situation, to be honest. Kind of like a notch. Just like, you have Minecraft, I want to go make my own things.
It's funny because like the name, the more that I experience the project, the name is kind of cocky to me now, like Destiny. Because it's like, if you go back and read, anybody that still has the Halo 1 instruction manual, take it out, and at the very back they have a little paragraph about Bungie, and they're like, oh, about us, and it's super cocky. They're like, we literally want to be the biggest developer in games. We want to rule the world, seriously. And like, and watching all the videos of the making of, like, they were super cocky in those too. So I'm like, I can like hear this in their voice reading this. So for their next big project to be called Destiny, like, it's not our Destiny, it's not a character's Destiny, it's not the Traveler's Destiny, it's Bungie's Destiny. Like, this is them being like, we're gonna own sci-fi shooters for the next decade. Like, that's our goal, and we're gonna accept nothing less than that.
Sure.
So you have to have that drive.
I mean, this to me, like,
Destiny's funny.
Back to what you were saying is like, this could be the beginning of the it's the beginning of one beginning and the end of good things. Sort of like Jaws. Jaws in 75 like came out and made the blockbuster movie, and then studios were like, whoa, we can just puke money at stuff and people go and they love it. And now we have 8 Transformers movies every 2 days and they're all horrible. Sorry, Don. But
and that Transformers movie made more money than any other movie this summer.
Oh yeah, like just like
it worked.
money trucks.
It absolutely worked. Yeah.
Like America and the rest of the world, like everyone just like drives their money to Michael Bay's house and is like, hey, keep giving me racist garbage, please. And then like now we're gonna have
It just got real.
we're gonna have Destinies every year that are like, I mean, it'll take my hope, and this sounds really hipster, but my hope is that the next person to try Destiny fails, because then it'll save video games. Because it's gonna get so milquetoast. Like Destiny itself is so middle of the road. Like it's a fine game, and I'm enjoying it, but it's not like good enough to warrant the hype that it has. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but like I'm playing Destiny and I'm never like, aside from the sword mission, I'm never like, whoa, this is the greatest game I've ever played. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to get to level 15 so I can change my subclass, and then maybe I'll play another 5 levels.
But it's satisfying everyone all the time. It's that old thing.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Like,
And that's the thing. It's like games that are that huge, that have this much money on the line, can't be...
they can't be that niche. Oh my
Right.
God! No, wait! Stop the game you're telling about. I'm going to tell you about this game.
Right. That's
it's
why
the game that everyone's
That's why
talking about.
Minecraft is a beautiful game, because it happened the other way around. It took a chance and made a bunch of money because it's unique and changed the format. Whereas Destiny
Is the dancing with the stars a video game?
Right. Exactly. It's we can get people's moms to watch this, and we can get teenagers to watch this. It's gonna be great. You know, like
I think there's always room for both. I think
Sure.
right now there's weirder games than we've ever had in our lives, and I think that's pretty cool. So
I just don't want it to stop.
they won't stop.
PlayStation 4 is the console to play Destiny on, right? That's probably more people are probably playing it on PS4 than we played it on PS4. That's what we all streamed on.
I just want to say you're not wrong if you choose to play it on something else.
You're not. I'm just saying it. They're the ones that are in the lead, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Strange.
okay, yeah. Phrasing it as the console to play it on is bad. It's the console that most people played it on this past week, right? More on PS4 more than something else.
GT's console of choice.
And PS4 has this amazing independent following. They're funding
Yeah,
all of these
true.
great independent games, so you know that's still alive.
You're right, both
I
that
don't
stuff
think it's going
exists,
to necessarily
especially on-
kill video games.
Yeah.
But I like you being dramatic about it, Ian. I
Well-
appreciate that. Definitely more than Bloodworth would be. Bloodworth would be like, it's kind of fun.
What would Bloodworth think of Destiny? I'm sure he'd be
It's
into
definitely
it.
more high energy GT time than we're used to.
Yeah, I love it.
I speak only in hyperboles, so.
So going from a height to a low, Xbox One was launched in Japan. We breezed over it last week because we didn't have any numbers. This week we have numbers. It sold 23,000 units in Japan
Lol.
And how long?
in 4 days.
It's pretty good.
So that's what I kind of thought. You know what? I thought, you know what? Maybe that's pretty good. Japan's console sales aren't usually crazy. Maybe that's pretty good. So for reference, we have some other console sales within the same kind of time frame. And this is from NeoGAF. Aquamarine's just super good at like digging up numbers. Xbox Prime, the first Xbox, sold 123,929 units in 3 days.
That was a tough sell. That first
Yeah.
console was a tough
And that thing
tough sell in
sold
Japan.
124,000 units in 3 days.
The Xbox One was 43 or 23?
23. Xbox 360 sold 62,000.
Oof. That's not a good trend.
Right. And then so this one's at 23.
Perfect.
And for further reference, PlayStation 4 sold 322,000 in 2 days.
In
And-
2 days.
In 2 days.
Half the time.
And guess what the Wii U did? About the same, 308,000 in 2 days. So Xbox One, safe to say, bombed in Japan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They should stop making
Are we
consoles.
surprised?
I'm a little surprised. I didn't think it would bomb that bad. Here's what I'm surprised by and what I want to talk to you all about is that when the Xbox 360 was launching in Japan, they pushed it. They pushed it hard. They courted a lot of Japanese developers. They made it seem like Japan was important to the Xbox. Is it not important to the Xbox anymore?
I guess not. The thing I'm wondering is like, was Japan listening to all of the stupid things that Microsoft was saying when we were dealing with the launch? do they actually care about that, or did they just not care? Period. Like, were they turned
fair.
off by the Xbox One, or were they never even turned on, or even approached to turned on? Like, was it not even on the store shelf for them? You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
No, I mean, how you open that question right there, I think, is the truth's in there. Microsoft spent a lot of money and put a lot of effort in trying to make the 360 relevant in the Japanese market by securing those JRPG exclusive, like Tales of Vesperia being on Xbox 360 only. It's like, holy crap, and it like people had to go out and buy the system and actually.
Blue Dragon.
Yeah.
Like
Those
Lost
games,
Odyssey.
They all
yeah.
caused bumps in sales, like
Yeah.
'cause people wanted to play them. But there was two things that were wrong. Like one, like a lot of those games that were exclusive to Xbox or Japanese RPGs, like Vesperia eventually came out on PS3 and sold way more than the 360 had up to that point.
Even a year later.
Like, oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Like people were waiting for that. That's how like whatever. That's just how loyal people were to the Sony brand for JRPGs. But Microsoft's probably sitting back there like, man, we did all this work. We negotiated all these deals. We got the games that they wanted, like Tales in Japan. It's huge. I mean, we were never gonna get like we got like Final Fantasy to break, but not in Japan.
Right,
like,
right.
For the West, like we did all this stuff, and like Japanese market just they're not responding to this. I mean, we saw a little bit of bump, but nothing comparable to we're actually like doing well in Japan. And then two, I mean, I hate to say this, but the perception for some people in the West is that the Japanese market's just been shrinking. It's become less relevant. So couple, the failure of trying to push hard and trying to get, a foothold in Japan with the perception that Japanese market is shrinking and becoming less relevant, Microsoft's like, well, why? You know what? Minimal effort. Just put it out there. What's the cheapest we can launch it in there? Put it out. Let the really niche enthusiasts, importers or foreign market over there, buy the games and stuff and have enjoy Microsoft's games. But we're not gonna put that much effort into it. It's
I think
not worth it.
I think it's a fair point because I almost think they make more selling 23,000 with no budget of marketing than they do selling 62,000 with a lot of marketing budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think you're right. Probably just a smart business decision.
Yeah, I mean, weekly console sales over there, I think lately, the most popular ones are only selling 30.
They're in the dumps. They're definitely in the
everything's
dumps.
down. So
Yeah.
for a launch, it's not good. But for an actual week of sales in Japan right now, that's not too bad. If they keep selling that much every week, then good for them. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
No, I think they're gonna.
But yeah,
fall
overall,
quickly.
everything's down over there. But in general, Microsoft's they had to have been thinking there's nothing we can do. It's 360 we lost, and we have got no brilliant ideas. So just put it out. We're good, we're cool. We'll try.
We don't need it, basically, right?
We'll try China. China will be better for us.
Yeah, and maybe it will. You're right. They are focusing heavy on China this time around, which is crazy.
Do we know success numbers of the various consoles in other countries like Russia or wherever?
It's always really hard. It's super hard to get these numbers. For some reason, Japan really likes tracking these things. That's why we get down to the sixth digit, which is really interesting. But it's actually really, really hard to get data for other countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't know.
Because I feel like Xbox is going after the wrong countries.
How do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like this isn't founded on anything, but
That's fair.
Japan, to me, it's that's Sony. You're trying to hit them where they live, just why? To me, if I'm Xbox, I go South America, I go Europe, I go Russia. I hit them with things like sports games, things like I don't know, just do more strategic things that you don't have to win Japan, because why? I don't know what the population of Japan is, but it's not. Japan physically isn't that large, so
it's a big market though.
It's a big market
for
but
one
at the
country,
same time,
basically.
It's just one country.
Right.
Focus elsewhere.
Yeah.
South America, you could sell FIFA.
They bundled FIFA
Yeah,
in the UK. It
that's
still
how you
didn't
do
work
it.
that well though.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Xbox One. Just
It
has
is what it
issues.
is.
Yeah. It just
Yeah.
has issues with marketing. That's the thing is you were talking about their big strategy for Japan was getting exclusive content that only is on Xbox 360. It's like the Tomb Raider thing. To me, I don't know about you guys, but every time I hear about a game that's exclusive to one thing that shouldn't be, that's Tomb Raider, it's a third-party thing. If it's not being made by Microsoft, Uncharted, yeah, it's exclusive to Sony because Sony makes it, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, Naughty Dog, but that's their thing. That's their horse. They put it in the race themselves. That makes sense to me. But when it's a third-party thing, like a Tales game or like a Tomb Raider, that just makes me mad.
Yeah,
It's like a backfire thing. Like I'm like, screw you, Microsoft. Like,
Well,
why
that's the rage you were
taking
talking
us
about.
away from this?
You were talking about that with Minecraft. That's the same rage,
Yeah.
basically. If they did that with Minecraft, it'd be the
and
same
it's
rage.
just like,
Yeah.
that to me is like such a backwards, and it didn't work for the 360. So it's like, yeah.
Well, it kind of reminds me of when like iTunes got the Beatles, and they put up a
Yeah.
billboard that was just like the 4 of them with the Apple logo. It's like, what? No, I literally see a conference room of suits high-fiving each other.
Yeah.
It's like, that has nothing to do with any kind of creative. Any reason I love the Beatles has nothing to do with why that finally happened.
It's like Netflix originals.
Oh my gosh,
It's really
you're right.
confusing. Like some show that's been out for years now just has Netflix originals up it. I'm like, that's just because you're giving it to us. That you didn't make this show. It's very weird.
What show are you talking about in particular?
A bunch like Arrested Development. I mean, the last season was.
Oh,
made
but
by
that's
them,
officially called a
like
Netflix
they all
original
have
now?
like Netflix original in
I
the
see.
corner. And
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember the specific example, but
Yeah.
it was like a show that was not made by Netflix that was out a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like maybe Derek was made by Channel 4 or whoever.
Oh, but because they brought it to the
Because
US,
they brought it to the US
that's
and
a
it's
Netflix
only
original.
on Netflix, it's
Sure.
a Netflix original.
Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't have anything to do with that. That's like why I think it's weird. Like we have to put the publisher in the lower third instead of the developer, because it's like you put it in a box and sold it to me. I don't care about you.
That is funny. I guess like
Give the people who made it the credit.
and the publishers have not a lot of influence on, like what makes a good game good or
Right.
bad. Yeah.
They usually ruin it.
Yeah.
They're like a studio. Like they come in and they're like, no, you have to put in an ending where the body snatchers are still.
But also, Destiny wouldn't be what it is without Activision. I think
clearly
there's
not.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a
Like,
role
you know.
for publishers.
Sure, there has to be. Somebody's gonna publish the thing.
But in
like,
terms of like lowers, like creatively,
Right,
who did this?
right.
Yeah, it would make more sense to put the
Where
word.
are we going with this?
I don't know. Sorry.
Where are we gonna land?
I like
Wanna find over
putting
here?
the word Bungie beneath Destiny more than putting the word Activision beneath.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Activision is the boss and they like what they like. So Bungie by Activision. All right, we'll finish with a really funny, weird little news story. Watch Dogs for Wii U gets a release date, November 18th.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Can't wait to play this game. Oh, wait a minute.
The Wii U, you said?
The Wii U is getting Watch Dogs on November 18th.
Better pick up one of those Wii U's.
Is this it? Can we point at this date, November 18th, and say this is the day where third-party relations ended for the Wii U?
Maybe not ended finally, but yeah, it's not a good.
Did
it's
they
not
ever
a good day
begin?
for them?
Big.
Oh yeah, no, there was definitely a push.
Yeah, there was
There's definitely
push.
there's
Right.
definitely a focus on that. Something that like just we were talking about that Microsoft's like, oh, we're gonna do this in in next gen as opposed whether it's the opposite of them like not focusing on Japan. The Wii U is definitely like, no, we're aliens, colonial marines. Look at the aliens ripping a guy's head off in the Wii U.
Oh my
It's gonna be
gosh,
crazy.
not happening.
It's gonna be Darksiders. It's gonna be a whole new world of playing all these dark, awesome Bayonetta, all these crazy action games, all this stuff.
I can't describe the feeling in my stomach when the Wii U was revealed and they started showing things like Aliens, Colonial Marines, and Darksiders 2, and then said, we're having a special version of Batman Arkham City for the Wii U, a year-old game.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was just from the
They
start,
talked
just
about it
like,
for like
this
10
is not
minutes.
going to go right.
I mean, there's some kind of like, there's some like publisher speak, there's some like advertising speak where they're trying to like pitch something and be like, no, then I'm like, okay, you're blowing this up more than it should be.
Yeah.
But I can still kind of like, bring that down to my personal level and enjoy it while I'm actually actively listening to you explain it. That was real tough when the guy brought out the pad and was like, no. Me pressing this button instead of this button is totally going to revolutionize
Whole new game.
this Batman game that you love. And I love Batman games. And I'm like, wow, even me, I'm not
Ever.
totally sold. And they showed
Yeah.
the guy that was like playing in some basement somewhere. It's just like, yeah,
I'm
really hit him
cool.
now. Like, no, like
I mean, that's
you
the
can,
thing is like when your
you can
third-party
manually
relations
do the remote mines.
amounts to a bunch of old ports, you don't have third-party relations.
Yeah. Damiani, can it get worse?
Of course, it can always get worse.
How could it get worse?
Well, I mean, right now they're publishing games. They're basically having to publish games and fund them to get them on their system, like Bayonetta 2.
Like Bayonetta 2.
So Bayonetta 2 doesn't sell very well,
Which it won't.
which it's sadly a very realistic chance. I want it to sell well, but the original game multi-platform didn't sell too great.
Right.
So this one on Wii U, I don't have high hopes for, but prove me wrong. Consumer base, do something right for once. But like something like that, like Sonic didn't sell very well. So like the whole Sega thing, where like
Oh,
hey,
that
we got
exclusivity deal?
exclusives, that's
Oh my
gonna go
gosh.
away probably, unless Nintendo's secretly buying them and we don't know about it yet, which is probably not happening. I mean, they had some Bandai Namco like support, but that's like except for they're tied into Smash with development. But I think once that game's out, it's gonna be like, buy Nintendo. Like,
I think you're forgetting about Pokken Tournament.
after that's out too.
Okay, all right.
I mean, the fighting games, yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's because it's Pokemon. I think that's more Nintendo. It's a different. Like I think we touched upon it maybe last week or something. Like somewhere we talked about like licensing and stuff. Like Nintendo giving out their like popular brands to third parties to develop. It's training like a theory that's like training like Nintendo enthusiasts. Like, hey, here's like a popular franchise you like, but it's developed by this third party using their third party like Pokken Tournament. It's really like kind of like gonna be like Tekken.
So if you like Pokken Tournament,
yeah,
you
like
might
check out-
like Tekken.
Yeah,
Sure.
They're getting to that level of like kind
Yeah.
of like desperation. It's like, man, we've got to like get third parties involved. So, but right now it's like only Japan though, and it's like Sega, Bandai Namco, and there's one other, and I'm forgetting right now. But I can say so we don't have a correction.
So Devil's Third is another weird one, another
yeah.
third-party exclusive, basically.
They're like going in and like saving games that like niche audiences like were enthusiastic about,
Right.
and they weren't gonna happen. Like, oh, we're putting on here.
But definitely not going to turn
you
things
know what?
around,
This
right?
yeah, so it can get worse, but they can make things better.
They can make things better?
They could go to Sega right now and be like, Sega,
How much?
how much? What check is it gonna cost? How much is the check gonna have to be to get Shenmue 1 and 2 HD on Wii U, and then we're gonna fund Shenmue 3.
Also,
Wii U exclusive.
can we make the Nintendo Dreamcast 2?
Oh yeah, can you start?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you name our next system?
Yeah, can you
Because
just
we
name it
sure
for
can
us?
Name
Yeah.
our
We
sure
system.
can.
You were always better at naming your systems than we were, so come on over.
Dreamcast.
Saturn, dude.
Master System.
No, Genesis.
That's what they
North
started
North
with.
North America.
32X.
Genesis, Saturn. Come on.
Oh,
like,
they're so
something called
good.
Saturn. It's
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even like have one, and I was like, that just sounds kind of cool.
Mythical.
Well, super like Nintendo 64, like it was better. Like it was
Bad
Ultra
name.
64.
Yeah.
It's like, man, they use all these adjectives like Super Nintendo. It's like simple and stuff, but then like they're
GameCube.
like Sega Genesis, and I'm like, man, like they have a real name and stuff.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Dreamcast, I was like,
Yeah.
at least they went with GameCube and tried to be a little bit more creative.
Wait, you like GameCube?
They tried something a little different.
I mean, it
wasn't like-
describes what it is, but that's
yeah,
not a
but
great.
It wasn't, I mean, it was. I don't know. It stuck in my head more than like whatever crap. What was it? Was it Dolphin? I'm getting bad now with the.
That GameCube was Dolphin.
So
yeah,
yeah,
was the project
Dolphin
name.
probably would have a way better name. Like Nintendo's
Just
code
like
names are way
Revolution.
better.
Revolution
Like
would have been
Revolution
better.
was sick,
Atlantis,
yeah.
That would've been
wasn't
great.
Atlantis the name for the Game Boy Advance? Like it was like Project Atlantis.
Really?
Project
That one I'm not
Dolphin was-
familiar with. That's cool.
Atlantis? Like playing Nintendo Atlantis?
You're right. That's like Genesis. It feels really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you're
You know,
right.
Whatever the next, but wasn't Wii Project Cafe though?
Yeah.
So that was not.
I thought
No,
it was
no.
Revolution.
Wii U was Cafe.
Cafe. Sorry,
Yeah.
and Revolution wasn't Wii.
Which also sick.
Sorry, getting on such a
Yeah.
tangent here. Like I actually think like DS was Nitro though. That's why our capture box
Mhm.
was called Nitro.
Nitro.
So, like the dev unit was that. But yeah, like no Nintendo. Like sorry on this like weird tangent. Like
Love
Lots
the
of fun
tangent.
tangents today.
GT
Yeah.
time is about
but
tangents.
it can get worse because all these
That's what the
exclusivity
T
deals
stands
aren't gonna last. I mean, Nintendo has money and they keep spending them, but they're not gonna bring them any more stuff. Like those games aren't selling.
Yeah.
So
I think-
and they're not getting Western people. Like, go spend some money on getting like Rockstar to make a game for you or something. Like, how awesome would that be? That new $1 million new IP one day sales on Wii U from Rockstar.
They did lock down a GTA for the DS, and they were so proud of it. Chinatown Wars,
Oh,
and it did not
yeah.
explode. You know what I mean?
A
Like,
GTA for a handheld.
and so part of me is like scared that like even if they
Oh.
had a GTA 6 is exclusive to the Wii U, it would do nothing. You know what I mean? That's what my fear is. I fear
Well,
like
to me, here's the thing. Like, I have to start at the beginning,
start at the beginning.
but Nintendo been crazy.
Yeah.
Like, when everyone went CDs, they stayed on carts. Like, the 64 was great, but it was technologically had limitations. When everyone went to DVDs, they did mini little kitschy stupid DVDs for no reason.
Well, they had a reason.
Just to, well, because they're cute and they
No,
don't
it made
want-
them more money because the
With
publishers
GameCube?
with those little mini discs.
Oh, they want proprietary to prevent
Yeah,
piracy.
to prevent,
They've
and,
always
and
done
they
that.
didn't
Oh,
want
okay.
you to play DVDs on it because they're like, we're a game
And they
system.
make
Yeah.
more money.
But
Yeah.
then when the Wii happened, everyone was HD and they weren't.
Yeah.
They had crazy controls, but okay. Like they limit themselves technologically at every turn. And the Wii U comes out too early and it's not good technologically compared to the other systems. So it's like Nintendo, if they want to be taken seriously by third party and then by the end user who cares about third party, they need to not limit themselves technologically every time they put out a system. Like, if you want to be an actual gaming system, be an actual gaming system. If you want to be a Nintendo system, which is what you are, stop trying to get third-party people.
Yeah,
who cares?
I think they will.
You're wasting money.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's a good thing. It can only go up, Kyle.
It can only go up from here.
They either need to not make a new console ever again, just do handhelds, because that's where they succeed, or they need to just embrace what they are and stop wasting time and money.
With Watch Dogs on Wii U.
Watch Dogs on Wii U 4 years later.
Like, what if there's a commercial for that? There can't be. No one's spending money on a commercial. That's not even possible.
You don't see him walking down the street with the pad.
Hacking with his pad instead. They change it in the games. It's
That'd
a
be
Wii pad instead of a
That'd
phone.
be so cool. That'd be really, really cool.
Some kid
see
somewhere
that
would
spot.
love that.
I would love that. Yeah. And he has to like pull that out of his
Because he's
jacket.
too
and
young
everything.
for a phone.
Yeah.
All
He's
his
got a Wii
inconspicuous cops are like, don't mind the guy with the
pad. The one guy with the Wii U pad.
You gotta get a Nintendo Direct for it too.
For Watch Dogs, I'm
That would
sure.
be so bad.
I'd watch it.
We're gonna
I would
stream
still
the
sit and
hell
watch
out of
it.
that.
All right, so let's do some closing bets. This week, we're going to see another big video game release. Cooking Mama 5. Bon appetit.
Yes, I've been waiting for this one.
You know what's funny? Huber is actually excited about this game.
Of course he is. It's a
He,
video game.
in real life, not even joking around, is going to buy this game and play it. I love that. Anyway,
Huber's a beautiful soul. He's like Groot.
how many user reviews on Amazon will there be for this game at this point next week?
What platform is it on?
It's on 3DS.
That's it.
Yep, only
User
3DS.
reviews on Amazon.
User reviews on Amazon. It's actually my turn to choose whether to go first or last. I'll go first. I'll take it on this one. My guess is 14.
That was my number.
Your number was 14?
My original number was 14, and then I dropped down to 8.
Well, you can't. Well, don't. Hold on. There's two other people.
Okay.
They're going to take your 8.
I mean, 8 is rounded up.
Yeah, that's Damiani's number.
I'm gonna say.
So
No,
serious.
I'm gonna go for 10.
10. Okay.
I wish I was last. I had a plan for this, but now you could screw me over.
Uh-oh.
Well, I know how many the current one has, and it's been out for however long.
A long time.
Yeah. I'm going to say 1.
Oh, I'll go with 8 again.
Okay. Nice. Cool. Let me lock those in. Okay, and by the way, you're betting for Bloodworth,
Yeah.
which goes two ways, because last week's bet was how many comments there would be on Bungie's daily weekly post. Sorry, they do weekly posts. And this would be the last one before the release of Destiny. How many comments would stream on that? Bloodworth said 2,100. The actual number is 2048. He was only 55 off. Bloodworth is just,
Nice.
he's killer.
But I was in second place. You guys sucked last week.
Oh, come on. Brandon, we don't do second
just wanted
place.
to establish that.
Fine. We sucked last week.
Second place is
Brennan
good
has
for me.
2.5.
Damiani sucked to the worst last
I
week.
don't know if it's worth 0.1. Maybe 0.01.
2.01 points.
Still averages out
Brandon
to
Jones.
2, but
So scores, that would put Bloodworth at 9, Damiani at 7, myself at 5, Brandon Jones at 2.
Step it up, Damiani.
He has been. He's been creeping up on Blood.
Yeah.
This is Blood's first backing away from it.
Gotta get back to more things that are like only single digit.
This could
Or
be a single
or
digit.
Decimals apply.
Okay, well, we're not doing that ever again. So Ian, is your prize for winning, because Bloodworth won,
Yeah.
you get to plug any video you want and also close out the show.
Okay. Thank you for watching GT Time. These are our Twitters. Always watch Mandatory Update. They come in this way.
Oh, they come
Don't
that
make
way.
me change it. Always watch Mandatory Update, but also we've been playing D&D. It's very long, but it's very fun. Not much happens, but you should check it out because it's fun.
Did you just plug 2 videos?
No. The Mandatory Update was a soft plug.
Soft plug. Okay, that's fair.
It's a soft
because that
plug.
hasn't happened yet. One has
hasn't
happened,
happened
one
yet.
hasn't.
Got it.
Yeah, watch
good
D&D.
split.
Watch D&D. But yes, end of show. Thanks for watching.
I love the Xbox.
Damiani Kun. Please, what is in your mug?
This is a fun one this time.
Ooh.
We have Pong. We got Pong. Ready?
That Slayer?
Jago.
You have a Jago Pog?
Sonic getting crushed by dinosaur.
Whoa. Pass that over, dude. These are serious Pogs.
Pogs.
I gotta see that.
Goldar.
These are so
Power
good.
Rangers.
No way.
How?
Wait. Look at this.
Sitting on
Pink
these?
Ranger, secret communication.
Wow, that is a sexy pog.
Secret communication?
I saw that.
Sexy pog.
We got Zero from Mega Man X.
These are some legitimately good Pogs, dude. These are better Pogs than I
We
almost
got
ever
this
had.
one, like Don will like this one. Mortal Kombat.
This Pog is,
Look at
that
this.
is so
Oh,
good.
gold.
Shit.
That is a shiny Pog.
Then we got Bodacious Beast. We got Donkey Kong.
As
It's even got like
bodacious
this like
beast.
official back on it too.
Whoa.
You don't know how I'm so
And
jealous
then-
right now.
Play it loud.
Did you like?
What is
How
that,
did you
Dave and
get
Buster's?
these?
Like, who had that?
Play It Loud's Nintendo, I think.
These were for
Oh.
Nintendo. Their catalog.
Holy cow, dude! How did you get those?
God.
Magic.
I'm so jealous. You have no idea.
Pogs, dude.
Oh man.
So what's the best one? Mortal Kombat, right? That's the best one.
I mean, it's
That's
gold,
so
but
slick.
secret communications. Look at
Yeah,
this.
Secret Communications is the best
Look
one.
at how
Communications.
There's a little something going on there.
this is. What's happening with her teeth? This is an erotic pog to 8-year-old me. I had a thing. I kind
You got
of
Massey?
Oh, we all had a
For
thing for
Kimberly?
Pink
Come
Ranger,
on.
come on.
Yeah.
Pink Ranger.
I think she has braces.
No, I don't know. It might just be spit.
Yeah.
90s teeth.
I like her tired eyes
She's
though.
got 90s teeth and tired eyes.
Yeah, she's cool. Secret Communicators.
Is it communicators or
It's Communicators.
Oh, that's way less
It makes it a
cool.
little less cool, yeah, but Ian, you can end this episode whenever you want.
Thanks. Alf's back in